Here we go to the magic of the internet, coming to you guys, blessing your eyes, and hopefully being your presence this weekend at Daytona. A lot fresher than what I appear right now, a little rough around the edges, but very important video, especially as you try to build your business. So let's get into it. Okay. So it's Will here, Flawless Exotic Creations, coming to you guys with another video. And this weekend, actually, as this video is dropping, we are currently at Daytona, the NARBE show. Very big show, very huge show. This is going to be another one for the Getting Established series. And in this series, we're not trying to tell you this is what you're supposed to do. It's just, we're trying to tell you our experience, maybe our take on some things, our input, to hopefully steer you in the right direction if you were thinking of some of these topics, or maybe thinking how you're going to navigate the industry. The industry is pretty much always evolving. Shout out to my man Miguel. Killer name for his business, but it really is always evolving. That being said, I think there's a lot of education, misinformation, just plainly put. And to be clear, we never throw shots at anyone. We do nothing on this channel but show respect and share positivity. That being said, if you want to aspire to be a breeder on a hobbyist level or on a higher level, any level at that, some of these things and topics that we talk about on this channel is going to be extremely important to you. Like doing these shows, these bigger shows, bigger level shows, regional shows, national shows. But we see a lot of people, a lot of breeders leave the industry. And again, we'll never name drop like that because, that's not positive. But we do want to allow ourselves as well as other people to learn from either our mistakes or other people's mistakes. And one of the biggest mistakes, misconceptions about the ball python industry is, again, this is not a jab because we've done it. But, I'm going to go buy this high-end snake from Bob Vu, shout out to him. I'm gonna go buy this high dollar snake from Josh Jackie. I'm gonna buy this high dollar snake from Canova, Ozzy, and I put together this insane, awesome collection. Raise them up, whether you buy breeders or babies, it doesn't matter. You invest your hard-earned money into your collection, into your passion. You're having a blast, and now you start producing. Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in, you're now producing beautiful animals. And you start to then or try to sell things online. Either way. But anything you do and you do it in a lackluster way, that's exactly the results you're going to receive. So just because now you have inventory or non-holdbacks, as we put it, available for purchase, don't mean they're going to sell. And if they sell, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the price that Josh Jackie, Canova, Ozzy will get for the same exact combinations. This is not talked about in the industry, and it should be. And again, I don't want to scare people, but this is like a fair warning, so you'll be aware of what you're getting into. And it's for the right reason a lot of the time. A lot of people will shame some of the bigger breeders because of this situation. But all that's happening, if you sit back and look at it with a calmer approach, is they've done their due diligence. These guys got 10, 15, 20 years. A really good buddy of ours here at Flawless is Limey. We love Limey, man. Limey is absolutely hilarious, but he's genuine. He's real. When he tells you, hey, he messages us back and forth. I comment, he watches our live. This guy has 20 5 years in the industry, and he takes the time to watch someone that's been in the industry now for 2 years. But we met him in person before he started watching us. We conversed in person. He saw what type of people we were in our direction. So I say all that because that's what it takes. You're gonna want to, if you don't have a logo, if you don't have a brand, that's okay. These shows, like where we're at right now, NARBE, Daytona, while you're watching this, you're going to want to go and attend these shows. You're going to want to go and meet some of these breeders, because 9 times out of 10, or maybe let's say the other way around, 1 time out of 10, okay, so for every 10 breeders you meet, maybe one will remember you. And again, that multiplies with the numbers. So if you meet 100, 10 remember you, and you keep doing that from every show that you go to, you're going to yield good results. More and more and more you do that, is repetition, and you now become very comfortable with the industry, and now you're socializing yourself with future clientele, future customer base, as well as now you're familiarizing yourself with people that you're already purchasing animals from. Doing all of these steps will allow you, once you have inventory, to now tap in a little deeper, get in some of these groups, these group chats, these Patreons. You get in tune with some of these things that's going on, and you almost can create yourself a pipeline for whatever your supply is. Excuse me. If you're working puzzle, if you're working DG, if you're working clown, whatever the combinations are, you now can plug yourself into the community within the community that's working in some of these same projects. Therefore, now when you have 20 or 30 animals that you're now going to be moving into homes, and let's say they're higher in or middle ground, and you put them on Morph Market or wherever you decide to sell them at. And I'm going to show you both sides of the painting in this scenario. You put them on Morph Market. Your feedback on Morph Market as a seller is 0. You have no posts, nothing on Facebook or Instagram. You list it as whoever Joe Blow owns Joe Blow Reptiles. When people Google Joe Blow on Facebook, you don't have a page. Nobody knows who you are. They can't see who you are. You have 0 feedback. You guys see where I'm going with this. But now all of a sudden, you spent 20 grand with Ozzy. You spent 30 grand with Canova. You spent 10 grand with Rice Reptiles. You've done all the work except for working for yourself. So now when you put this animal up there that you've already created amazing holdbacks that's going to move you forward, and now you have animals that's going to move other people forward in their projects, and you post them available for sale, 3,000, 4,000, whatever the market is for that animal, and you're wondering why other breeders, the same breeders you're buying from, are selling similar combos, and they're moving them, and they're gone. It's because people like myself, like yourself, are going to your page and looking at your listing, and then they're doing a background on you. You don't know that. They're going to try to see who you really are, because no one wants to be scammed. And it's a lot on the buyer side of things to do your due diligence as a buyer, not necessarily calling the seller out. It's on me as a buyer to go look up Joe Blow Reptiles and see there's no Joe Blow I can find in whatever region he listed on Morph Market that he's from. There's no Instagram. There's no YouTube. There's no previous sales. There's 0 feedback. And now Joe Blow wants $4,000 for a $4,000 animal. I'd rather pay $5,000 and go get it from Rice Reptiles or whoever that I feel like I can relate to. I can check their background on. Now flip that coin. Shows are the same situation. Okay, you can't go to a show with the same setup that you would approach for online. Did all the same thing, purchased from the same people. You didn't get out there, you didn't meet and greet, and now you're gonna go show up. And we see it all the time. You show up at a big show, a small show, and your Joe Blow Reptiles. you're at the show and people still don't know who you are. You get there, you have no table banner, no nothing at all. It's just beautiful snakes, absolutely beautiful snakes, whether they're in deli cups or display cases, it doesn't matter. You have no business cards. You're just standing behind your table. You got a black tablecloth up there, no, signage anywhere, and you're like, people coming up to your table, and you're basically looking at them like, you see that $3,000 snake? It'll sell itself. You're not even speaking to people. You don't know how to engage because you haven't socialized yourself with the community. This is all a part of getting established. So if you learn some of these cues now, you can avoid some of the heartache and later. It's very, very important. We see it all the time. Again, we do vend on the Flawless Crested Gecko side. We are vending NARBE with geckos, not the ball pythons. We were geckos online as well for the first 3 years with no shows. We attended shows, we socialized, and we got out there to meet and greet. Now that we're into the ball pythons, we're doing the same business plan. We're probably still 3-4 years out from going to a show. And I'll be honest with you guys right here. Our approach on vending with ball pythons will be like 5% or 2% of the community's approach. Is not going to be the common approach. We are grinding. We're doing it full time. We're not, out of the red. If you go back through some of the videos, we're doing extremely well. But I was shooting for 10 years to be out of the red. And now we're looking at maybe 5. So that's insane to cut that in half. We're trending in a great direction. We're selling plenty of 24 hatched animals this year already, which compared to last year, we're ahead of the curve. But that's not what this video is about. We want to continue to place ourselves in certain, projects that we're working with and keep moving further and further ahead. We're hitting some, game-changing combos for our collection. We're hitting some world's first over here, which is kind of cool as well. But all of that being said, ideally for us, we would love to be able to grind Monday through Thursday, doing everything we need to do here on the home front in the vault, shipping, doing everything we need to do. As well as educational videos, informational videos, being content creators. There's so many heads of this game to try to improve upon that. It's endless. But at that point, once we start vending, I would love to vend in a similar fashion with our own twist, like Canova. We are not Canova. We are not Justin. We are going to be ourselves. But I would love to show up, and do a 10-foot table. And again, this is a snapshot of my thought process for Flawless. Show up, do a 10-foot table, have, 2 display cases up there, displaying 30 animals. And out of the 30 animals, 15 of the animals are all NSF. And most people say, man, that's a waste of space. Why are you going to bring animals that's not for sale? Because you can see the ceiling area of where we're going with certain projects, show off a lot of one-of-one snakes at that time. Once we're at that point, showing off what we're working with, you can see it firsthand, and then maybe have some medium to high level available snakes as well, not unloading the entire inventory, but 10 to 15 snakes that's available, and also having, t-shirts and stickers and water bottles, branding, Flawless, talking about everything, and giving away a lot of things. As far as merchandising, that all goes into the marketing budget and advertisement. So again, that's a snapshot of the direction we would like to head into, and that's not for everyone. Everyone's business plan is different. Everyone's goal is different. We love to do majority of we love to do majority of our work during the week. Again, this is full time for us, so we have no problem grinding from Monday to Friday, even though we end up grinding Monday through Sunday because we got to edit videos for you guys too. But we have no problem with the grind. We have no problem embracing the suck. It's part of the process, but we want to make sure that it's part of our responsibility as breeders in the community now to hopefully better prepare the aspiring breeders or any of the newer breeders, younger breeders, anyone wanting to get in the industry, because we want you to get in the industry and stay in the industry. We don't want you to get in the industry and say, man, this industry sucks. Everyone's against each other. There's no one out there to help us. There's no information out there. I'm out of here selling my collection. That's what we do not want. There's enough genes out here where no one's in, direct competition with anyone. Go out there, be creative, and do your own thing. But hopefully you're enjoying this series of Getting Established. It's Will. We love you guys. Come see us. We're in Daytona right now, and we out.